Most species treat war as a form of ballet, and design their weapons to be flashy and dramatic. Humans design their weapons for efficiency. Klaus, Grand Admiral of the Krani fleet, preened as he stood upon the bridge of the Indominator, gazing out through the viewport. Out in the void, although he couldn't see more than half of them, cruised the pride and honor of his race. Countless battles had it waged against lesser fleets, and unmarred it had won each and every one. Today, he could feel in his dorsal spines, would be another such day. Space combat in the galaxy had moved on from such puerile matters as actually blowing up one another's ships. It was now all about who could muster the greatest amount of strength and display it most engagingly. The message was very much, I could blow you up, but I haven't, so surrender now before I change my mind. And it worked. Especially for the Kron. The victor in every such battle was free to demand punitive reparations from the loser, which usually included signing on as a vassal state, a tithe of resources from their world in perpetuity, and so forth. As such, it was a very profitable state of affairs for them to declare war upon any new race that managed to muster the technology to achieve FTL flight. Such races simply didn't have the resources or the fortitude to face a higher tech enemy in battle, and surrendered at the first opportunity. The latest newcomer race called themselves Terrans or humans. Klaus didn't care either way. He'd personally given the order for one of his battlecruisers to go to their homeworld and strafe a couple of their cities, then transmit the declaration of war. It had worked. The Terrans were on the way. For a newly emergent race, he was a little impressed at the size of the fleet they were bringing with them, though it held fewer than a quarter of the number of the ships in his armada. Did they even intend to put up a fight, or would this be a quick surrender after the first pass? He rather suspected the latter, given the lack of decoration on their vessels. All hands to battle stations. It really wasn't his place to give that order, but by the great egg, he loved to do it, so Captain Crowley could go rattle his spine somewhere else. The crew of the Indominator quickly dashed to their places, though he could almost feel the smug complacency that permeated the ship nearly as thoroughly as it did his very being. They were good at their jobs. Good at winning. He was proud of them. Transmit orders, Formation 1-1. The battle fleet formed up around the Indominator in the classic reaching claw formation.